Hello friends, this is Bharat and Meena Trivedi.
Varsha and Dilip.
Sapna
and Gaurav Lal,
Suvarna,
Arya,
and Manoj Khari.
Ilanga,
Sejal Desai,
Smita,
and Vivek Chaudaha.
Anjali Desai,
T and Deepak Arora,
Pawan.
and Rinki Agrawal.
Sid.
And Archana Nair.
Danny.
and Rinku Mehta.
and Sunil Kiani.
Priyanka,
And Vinay Kedia.
I'm Johnny Jenkins.
Karen Fincher.
Raj.
and Aradhna Asava.
Together,
We support
good afternoon, friends. Here we are bringing to you the HungerMitao program, filled with updates about food insecurity in the North Texas area and across the United States. We'll also share information about how the Indian American community is unifying to emerge as a big part of the solution in fighting hunger locally.
We are your hosts, Raj and Aradhna Asava, coming to you through the airwaves of Fun Asia, a key partner of ours in this fight against hunger. Friends, through this radio show, in addition to raising awareness about the rampant hunger issue in the USA, we also share ways in which each one of us, in the spirit of give where you live, can continue to make a difference, ensuring no one around us goes hungry.
Please visit ntfb.org/HungerMitao to learn how this volunteer-driven movement is unifying the impact of the Indian American community to fight hunger in North Texas and across the United States. All the information about ways in which you can engage may be found on ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
Raj, I'd like to thank our listeners for their patience as we work out some programming changes with the management of Fun Asia. We have had a few lapses in the last month, but we'll have a resolution soon.
Yes, definitely. Well, during the weeks we were not able to bring the HungerMitao radio show, we were busy planning and scaling the HungerMitao movement, not just locally, but nationally. And Aradhna, even internationally. That's right, friends. HungerMitao Canada will soon be launched, thanks to leadership and interest of passionate team members of Tata Consulting Services, fondly known as TCS. We'll share more in the future program as this develops. In the meantime, if you are interested in learning more, or joining forces, or connecting us with family and friends in Canada, please drop us a message through ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
That's fantastic. Raj, our listeners also now know how big the issue of food insecurity is in North Texas.
Yeah.
I have some advocacy updates.
Fantastic.
Advocacy updates mean, regulations that are being passed, etc. So the first one is a simplified certification and recertification of requirements for certain persons under the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, which is SNAP.
SNAP.
Or we call it the food stamps.
Yeah.
This was signed by the governor last week.
Well, just last week.
Last week.
Wow.
So beginning 9/1/2021, 3 changes will benefit seniors 60 and older and those with disabilities that have no earned income.
I hope it's all positive changes.
These are fantastic changes. The first one is the use of a shortened SNAP application form. The current one is long and onerous, so this will simplify the process. The eligibility period after somebody applies and is accepted will become now 36 months instead of 12 months. And it will allow the individual to skip recertification interviews.
Oh, that'll be fantastic. Cutting out the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And the Texas Health and Human Services Commission will now be allowed to contact individuals receiving Medicaid to let them know they are eligible for SNAP.
You mean all along they did not do that?
No, people needed to know what programs they qualify for, and they needed to apply. But this time it's going to be a push.
Oh, that's good.
Because of the advocacy work done by the food banks and others, Texans who were already eligible for SNAP benefits will now have easier access to the program.
The COVID-19 pandemic led to massive disruption for growers and food workers. It exposed a food system that was rigid, consolidated, and fragile. Meanwhile, those growing, processing, and preparing our food are earning less each year in a system that rewards size over all else. Last week, the US Department of Agriculture announced that it will invest over $4 billion to strengthen food supply chains across the United States. A task force was created, Supply Chain Disruptions Task Force, with USDA Secretary Tom Vilsack as co-chair. The initiative seeks to strengthen the food systems, support food production, improve processing, invest in distribution and aggregation of foods, and increase market opportunities. So there is good news on the forefront.
There is.
Right.
And while all of this is really great news, if you remember, today, on June 26th, Texas will opt out of all federal unemployment assistance programs after today. This includes an extra $300 per week federal benefit that Congress had approved earlier this year.
You mean we no longer will receive it?
That's correct.
Oh, goodness.
So people who are unemployed
Yeah.
will no longer receive this $300 a week assistance.
Wow.
This is a huge hit to those impacted, and food banks will become their primary source of food assistance. We will, Raj, continue to see an increased demand for food.
The Indian American community in North Texas has stepped up for all kinds of challenges and has proven that a consistent and unified approach is the only way to address an issue of this magnitude. Our collective contributions have already resulted in more than 11 million nutritious meals enabled through North Texas Food Bank for people in need, communities in need. And across the USA, HungerMitao efforts have enabled more than 35 million nutritious meals for Feeding America and its network of food banks. Anna, this amazing unity, इस पर तो एक गाना तो बनता है.
Go ahead, Raj. I know you are itching to have a song played, and you have something in mind. Spill it out.
तुम साथ हो जब अपने दुनिया को दिखा देंगे हम मौत को जीने के अंदाज दिखा देंगे.
Now, AB, will you please play this wonderful song from the movie Kalia? The unity and compassion of the Indian American community is very heartwarming. People are finding their own creative ways to help. And it does not stop there. Our dynamic youth is displaying amazing leadership too.
That is true.
Raj, would you please tell listeners about the HungerMitao Youth Against Hunger campaign?
Yes, it is tomorrow. We believe our youngsters will help build an equitable, compassionate world in which no one is without food. But to get to that world, we need their ideas, creativity, entrepreneurship, and their engagement to help ensure no one goes hungry. To all youngsters out there and their parents listening, please join us tomorrow from 10 to 11:30 for a very exciting program over Zoom. Several of you will present ideas of fundraising benefiting North Texas Food Bank. Many more will listen in, cheer their colleagues on, learn about ways to earn volunteer hours through the summer. Information about how to join this Youth Against Hunger Zoom meeting is on ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
This is such an exciting program. It will help kids sharpen their presentation, marketing strategy, negotiation skills. And they can earn volunteer hours from the safety and comfort of their own homes this hot summer, even if they have travel plans.
That's true. That is exactly right. Please, friends, share this information with youth that you know who can benefit from it. We hope to see many of you tomorrow over Zoom as we share details about the campaign and listen to a Shark Tank-like pitch from several youngsters. Join in, cheer them on.
Now let's focus on the upcoming exciting HungerMitao event.
Let me guess.
HungerMitao Month.
That's right, our signature event.
3 years ago, Raj, if you remember, we started this campaign to commemorate India's Independence Day. with a dream of someday being able to declare this day as Independence from Hunger Day.
3 years ago, we had a one-weekend fundraiser for this. The following year, it grew into a week-long activity. The response was amazing. People asked for it to be stretched even longer to accommodate back-to-school activities. So last year, we celebrated it as HungerMitao Month, commemorating India's Independence Month.
And this campaign that started with North Texas Food Bank has now spread to the entire country.
That's right.
Yes, friends, Hunger Mitao Month is now a national campaign. India's Independence Month is now being celebrated across USA and now Canada
Yes,
as Independence from Hunger Month.
exactly right. We would love to hear from each one of you. Please join this massive Funds for Food drive. You can do this from the comfort of your own homes. If you are a faith group, a regional organization, or a group of friends who want to rally your members around this cause, please join us. There's a team ready to help you set up your fundraising page and all the logistics associated with that. All you have to do is promote your message. And even that, we have a toolkit for you where we have standard messages that can be sent out over social media, emails, etc. Next week, you will be able to sign up for Hunger Mitao Month by visiting ntfb.org/HungerMitao. So look out for it, friends.
It is inspiring that the Indian American community is so engaged in helping North Texas Food Bank provide people access to nutritious food. We have become a force. The collaboration and unification is working, and the results are visible.
You know, unity seems to be the key word in today's program, Aradhna.
That's right, because individually we can all be doing our own things,
Yep.
but it doesn't amount too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And as we unify, we are able to show big numbers and actually move the needle.
So many leaders in the community are joining the Hunger Mitao movement to help spread the message. Listeners, if you have a few hours to spare and would like to become an activist in this fight against hunger, come join us.
Even if you have 1 hour a week.
And it's only a one-year term.
That's right.
So it's not a long-term commitment.
Yeah.
Come, we need help. Be a part of the steering council for an extremely rewarding experience. You can contact us through the Hunger Mitao website, ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
Unification, as I mentioned, Aradhna, is key. Our collective efforts make a larger impact. While each one of us is involved in some sort of charity or other, our dispersed efforts do not allow us to achieve any significant impact, nor receive the recognition for the philanthropy that the community deserves. But when we join hands and efforts, we are strong and invincible.
And remember, friends, we live in a country where help is available. Please remember, if you need assistance with medical or mental health, please seek help. And if you need assistance with food, please visit ntfb.org for information on where to get food. Needing help is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it reinforces the strength of a community. And of course, if you know of anyone struggling, please help them find the resources to help. Let's not despair. We can help each other through these hard times.
Aradhna, I remember this song from the film Dosti, very old movie, about how friends look out for each other. कोई जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार.
AB, would you please play this touching song from Dosti?
Friends, I like to end our show today with an exciting announcement. Our very own Aradhna Sava, also known as Anna, has joined the board of directors of North Texas Food Bank. Yay! This appointment not only speaks to the value Anna brings to the table, but also to the enormous strength of the Indian American community, unified through HungerMitao. Congratulations, Aradhna.
Thank you. Thank you. And this is so true, Raj. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to serve. The Indian American community in North Texas has been a very active participant in helping feed our hungry.
Yep,
We now have a seat at the table.
very well put.
I look forward to sharing my learnings with our audience. Listeners, we can achieve so much when we put aside our differences and let our compassion unite us.
As we close our program today, we thank you all for your generosity and for caring about others around you. North Texas Indian American community, thank you. Thank you for caring, for volunteering, for helping organizing awareness events, for running food drives, for making donations, for becoming multi-year donors, for giving your time, skill, talent, for giving in kind. And thank you, Fanasia, for becoming the mouthpiece for HungerMitao.
We look forward to your ongoing support and count on your involvement, friends, as we move towards the next milestone of 25 million meals by HungerMitao for North Texas Food Bank.
Yep.
Our mission is HungerMitao, and HungerMitao is as much about eradicating hunger as it is about unifying the fragmented efforts of our community, focusing it on the humanitarian cause of hunger. Let us come together as the entire Indian American community and show how we engage in any place we call home. We are smart, compassionate change agents who give where we live so our communities benefit from our presence.
Until next week, friends, remember, while we may never be able to eradicate hunger, let us ensure no one goes hungry.
HungerMitao.